I'm also debating with myself with regards to yeah. I think the lidocaine actually is working, and I was overreacting to still being in pain.
Okay. Fair. All right.
It wasn't instantaneous, John.
No, I hear you. Welcome, everyone.
Sorry.
It's fine. I do not believe anyone has tuned in yet, so we're good. Welcome to the Sunday Scaries. We are going back to the Holler once more for more of Chapter 5 of Scarlet Hollow, and things are about to get real spooky. And this time we have a guest. It's Hanapengu. Say hello.
Hello.
Yes, unfortunately.
Anyone watching the VOD heard my voice?
Yes, I think now. So LB933 has tuned in and has said hello. So I think we're good. But LB933, if you would, in the shout out to make sure that that everybody's voices are coming through loud and clear and roughly evenly, and that'll be good. Thank you. I was rewatching an old stream and I was like, oh man, like one of the old Scarlet Hollow ones, it was me and you, but like there was no one watching because me and you were the only people involved. So I had no one to tell me that the audio was messed up. Alas.
I feel bad because like I should have checked.
That's fine, whatever. Okay.
Okay, so as I recall, I was voicing Tabitha, who may or may not be relevant here. Avery, who is definitely relevant here.
Okay, so
all the animals, which may not be relevant. I think I was doing Kanika, which may be relevant.
Oh dear. Yeah,
if you can do Julius, I can do Bo.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Bo has dialogue, which is technically optional.
Right. Okay. I've boosted your volume a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll be okay. Yes. Okay, coming in clearer now. Perfect. All right. So here we go.
And I am expecting you to do all the cops. I hope you're okay with that.
Yes, I have pretty good voices.
Most importantly, Franklin with the Patrick Warburton voice.
Yes, clearly. Dear. Okay. You start wandering up toward the farmhouse at the top of the hill.
Hey, I'm talking to you! Oh, was I doing Dr. Kelly as well?
You can.
I was Dr. Kelly and you were Reese, but Reese isn't relevant here. But
right, Reese is busy right now.
Oh, come on. They're headed to Julius.
But you continue forward. You barely even notice your hand slipping over the doorknob. And now you're inside. Wait, that's right. We're enthralled. Ah!
Oh shoot! Sorry, I should have content warninged. That is inevitable when you walk in.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Technically not 100% inevitable. There is one very subset way to avoid it, but in almost every path it's happened.
Yep. Fair.
Already.
Good lord. Sheriff Hugby dangles in the middle of the room. An axe attached to some sort of strange mechanism in the ceiling is embedded in his face, holding up his corpse in an imitation of life. Yikes!
Jesus!
Don't move, Doc. This place is a damn death trap.
This old guy really is crazy, huh? Who the hell put something like that in their house?
Past the body, you can see a giant pumpkin through the door to the garage, cracked open, its guts strewn across the floor, seeds dotted across the hardwood like a trail of breadcrumbs leading to the basement stairs.
What the hell is going on here?
Damn it, Derrickson, we don't need all these bodies to look out for. Franklin already nearly got himself shot. Oh wait, that's the wrong person. I did that voice. Well, whatever. Imagine that one in the Stone Cold Steve Austin voice. There we go. There we go. Dude, come on. If you could refrain from any further interference in police activities. Without my interference, you might have had 2 dead officers to deal with. Now, if you'll excuse me. Franklin, how's Bo? You got eyes on him? The officer's voice calls up from behind a wall of roots blocking the basement door. Yeah, he's breathing. We're trying to help.
Oh, no, I can do future reference. I'm happy to do Avery.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Is that diner kid? I should have known. You and Julius been conspiring, haven't you? What'd you do to my boy?
Everybody shut up. Damn it, there's no signal here. I'm gonna step outside. No one else had better die while I'm gone.
Just the Troy coming back with the pizzas meme. The doctor pulls at the door, but a weave of fibrous tendrils holds it shut. It would seem that the same forces that let all of you in refuse to let anyone leave.
Are we stuck here? What the hell are we supposed to do now?
But you already know what to do. It's a Slay the Princess style one here. Although it doesn't have 9 different approach to the basements. But yeah. Approach the basement. You're vaguely aware that Officer Derrickson is trying to stop you, but he's too nervous to take a step. You reach the basement door and start to claw at the weird, fleshy vines blocking your way. They're strong, but they relent under your touch, welcoming you down below. Who the hell? So you tried to undermine me, witch. I should have known you'd try to find a way around the rules. Oh, is this... Should I...
This is the witch.
I was like, should I be doing Bane voice for this is the question?
No.
Okay.
Let me do it.
Yes.
You've trapped the town. This isn't what any of us wanted. You should nullify the deal before it gets any worse.
It's just unhappy. I didn't think something like that would be so opinionated. But I have a plan to placate it. If it wants a less broken body, it can have one. Then we'll see if it still feels cheated enough to hold a grudge. Hey! Everybody still alive? Tabitha coughs.
I think I broke something.
Yeah, my ribs. Why do you have to wear such heavy boots? Well, it does seem like that's the case. So Enoch screwed everybody over, including the witch. The witch? Sybil? She send you? She trick you into taking her side in all this? Guess I should have known I probably wasn't the only one whose life she decided to screw with. But all that ends now. I'm in charge here, and I'll get what I was promised. Hey man, oh, sorry, that's you.
Well, and basically the reason I'm taking on Avery is because down here it will be Franklin, Julius, Avery, and Tabitha. So, hey man, calm down. It's all good.
Hang on. I don't call that all good. Anyway. Your vision finally focuses, and your mind is once again your own. Avery watches you furtively from across the room. The man, Julius, holds a gun in a silent threat. Franklin sits hunched in the corner, his expression icy and unreadable behind his sunglasses. And in the corner is Bo. Something is attached to him, the source of the awful noise. It stutters with pained inhalations. Bo is still breathing, but he doesn't look well. The stone brought you here and stuck you in the middle of another nightmare.
Charlie, we can't get to you. The door's sealed shut.
Even as she yells to you, her voice is faint, barely audible behind the now thickened roots and vines that block your escape. How's Bo? How's my boy?
Let's bring the Scarlets up to speed, Julius. They look a little shell-shocked.
Can't imagine why. Where do I begin? Alright. So the witch, I caught her doing some she couldn't have been doing. She offered me a deal if I kept it to myself. I always wanted to raise a boy of my own. God never saw fit to give me the chance. She gave me the means to right that injustice. Hey, this is similar. Well, not that similar, but there's echoes of the plot of Little Goody Two-Shoes in this. Only it obviously didn't quite go the way it was supposed to. Calloway's interfered just like always. Made it so I had to hatch him earlier than he was ready, and he came out hungry. Too hungry for me to handle. He kept trying to get at me, so I had to hold up down here. Been stuck since goddamn Wednesday night. Damn roots won't let me leave, and they keep clogged up the drain. So I haven't been able to call that witch and get her to make things right. Do not trust any goats. Okay, that's a good one. Anyone saying that they would let you live? Oh yeah. That's right. Yes, from Little Goody Two Shoes. For some reason, I jumped straight to the witch, or the vitch, as the typeface would say. But yes, that too. Oh, Flock the goat. Anyway. But I'm a man of preparedness. Figured I could just wait it out until Bo here decided to trespass. Guess he lost a tussle with my boy, and the two of them wound up down here with me.
Actually, I didn't want to encourage you to linger on the upstairs given the circumstances, but I will also say that if you look in the background, you see like he's got a big stock of MREs and like some survivalist magazines. So yeah, he's straight up a prepper.
Yeah, indeed. And that about sums it up. I guess in the end it's only fair. A son for a son. That's an awfully creative definition of the word fair. And birth ain't ever pretty, is it? Not like doing it the old-fashioned way, is all sunshine and roses. Sir? I don't know what to tell you if you can't see a difference between that and this. By the way, if you need to check out any points, I would understand Hanapengu, but I'm assuming since you've already played through this several times, you can handle it.
Oh yeah, I'm prepared.
Okay.
Because this is not that, like, it has none of the parts that bother me.
Okay.
It's just a horrible little pumpkin baby. That's all, pumpkin vines.
Yep.
And, if he weren't eating someone, like, this would be fine. Probably.
Probably doing a lot of heavy lifting there. I just hope he winds up looking more like a person when he's done cooking.
So you blackmailed a witch for her magic beans so you could grow a boy?
This is the plot of a film, and I don't remember the name of it. Anyway. I'd watch what you can say to me.
I'm not saying anything. I just wanted to make sure I understood your story.
I don't give a shit about your story, Tremaine. None of that's a reason to shoot a cop. Plenty other reasons, though.
Franklin would never say that.
No, that's clearly me editorializing, but I didn't even hit you, you goddamn wuss. And it was in self-defense. Castle Doctrine. Do you get to use Castle Doctrine against cops? Because if so, that rules.
I don't know.
What the hell are you talking about down there? What do you do with my beau? Who is also my boy? Very similar words. Calm down, Calloway. We got this situation under control. Just let us talk it through. God, some of these dialogue choices every time, I swear. I think it moved, and I don't like that. Yeah, it's moving. I don't like this.
Oh yeah, it moves.
Avery, what's going on down here? You don't have to answer, kid. I don't need my business explained to every stranger who decides to pay me a visit.
It's okay. Charlie has been through a lot of stuff like this lately. They must be an expert at this point. So, Julius hatched a baby out of a pumpkin. The really big pumpkin, you probably saw it upstairs. And then he was stuck in the basement for a couple days while it was upstairs crawling around looking for food. Then, unfortunately, Bo showed up.
All I heard was some yelling and crashing around up there, and then I wound up with this nonsense on my hands. So I called the kid to come try to help me sort it out.
That's me. Julius thought my plant expertise would come in handy. I can't say it's been that helpful, though. I feel like the baby is freaking out more than ever. Getting it out of Bo without killing him doesn't seem easy. Or possible?
Without killing whom?
Without killing Bo.
Yeah, I was about to say...
Getting it out of Bo without killing...
Bo, yeah. Would have been easier if everybody in town hadn't decided to show up uninvited. Wow, that's heartless.
There are always good options for my Karen run.
Oh, I believe it. Alright, we're gonna go the everybody needs to cool out option. Everybody needs to cool out. You don't need to threaten anybody. Let's just talk, okay? Why would I need to do any talking? Ways I see it, I'm the guy with the gun and the guts to use it. So how about we all just sit quietly till it's over, then we can all go home and nobody has to get hurt. Except Bo.
Except
oh, sorry, my bad.
Bo.
He's already dead, kid. My boy beat him fair and square. Best you see it that way. Listen, clearly you need something. You woke up talking about the witch. You want to know where she is? I can tell you how to find her. If none of you does anything stupid, then I'll tell you what I know. Sound fair? What was that? Is that in the game?
The creepy pumpkin baby. Yeah.
Oh, God. I was not prepared for sound effects.
Is the sound that the pumpkin baby makes.
The conversation is interrupted by Bo shifting uncomfortably as the creature lets out a guttural moan. That's my boy! Enough of this bullshit! Somebody help me get this axe down. I'm not letting some damn tumor stop me. Yeah, exactly. Very interesting interpretation of fair, albeit I agree.
Are you sure, Duke? What if it triggers another trap, or...
There is the sound of something being torn free from wood, then hacking at the vine-like tendrils blocking the doorway. But no progress seems to be made. For every piece severed, another grows in its place. You want to bring the damn house down, Duke? A string of desperate curses arise from upstairs, but the axe doesn't stop swinging. Bo squirms with discomfort. The baby seems to be digging deeper. Can you, like, hold a match to it and get it to back off like a tick?
I will say you are not given that option to try.
A lot of explorers. They'll explore the witch. What exactly did you catch her doing that made her make a deal with you? I mean, they won't. Yeah. Look, I'm a man of my word. She told me I'd get what I wanted, and I told her she would get my silence. I stand by that. But that said, perhaps it has something to do with that husband of hers and whatever it was he was sick with.
Sybil poisoned her husband to death to get Kanika to come home. Sorry, that part's not obvious from context.
I mean, it's pretty obvious from context.
Okay. But yeah, no, implied Sybil probably poisoned her husband to death. Husband? She's married? But she's so young. Young? Do you need glasses or something?
That woman's a goddamn crone if I ever seen one. And anyway, she's married now anyway. He'd been dead for some time on account of the illness. Whoa, that's chilling.
If you have the right trait, the save, there's actually a complicated series of saves that you can do here, but one of the options is to get Julius to volunteer himself.
Whoa. Something tells me that's not book smarts or talk to animals.
The trait save is...
That's fine.
Well, it's keen eye. If you were playing the game afresh.
Yeah,
if you've already played through Chapter 2 where Street Smart was the save, I mean, where keen eye was the save.
Then it's Street Smart.
Then it's Street Smart. Because they updated the Chapter 2 save from keen eye to Street Smart.
Yes. How do you know it'll stop with Bo? It sounds like it was hunting you before it found him. What happens if it gets hungry again? I don't appreciate you trying to pick all this apart. Just sit there and stay quiet and we won't have trouble. Got it? It's a legitimate question.
It's definitely going to eat you.
I won't have time to go after you, Julius. You'll be in handcuffs as soon as I get the chance. Says the man who's not currently holding the gun. I'm the authority now. Best you act like it. Bo twitches, his skin blossoming with fresh bruises as the thing takes more of him.
Oh yeah, take a look at that. Bo sure looks pretty bad, don't he?
Yeah, it's like over the garden wall when Greg is getting consumed by the tree. At least that's what it looks like to me. You know.
Well, probably not dissimilar.
Yeah.
But the point being, his situation has visibly changed. You still have some time if you want to ask some more questions.
Yeah, I'm hoping a better option appears.
You don't have the trait save.
No, I know. But the thing is, Charlie doesn't know that Charlie can't get them out of this.
That is true. If you're playing true to the character, Charlie might still want to try and find another way.
Good question here. Have you thought about what happens after this, Julius? The sheriff is dead.
I should have disarmed that trap. I knew it. I just didn't think anybody else would be coming.
Don't blame yourself, kid. The sheriff knew better. That's why none of these boys ever come round here. They know they met their match. And to answer that thinly veiled threat of yourn, I can't say I give much of a shit. Right now, at this moment, I'm here, and my boy is here, and we got our happy little family. You're gonna be tried for murder, Tremaine. But Julius doesn't answer. He just watches in silence as the shriveled creature continues to slowly kill Bo. God, I don't...
And yeah, the non-explore options are the final choice.
No, I mean, obviously. But
sure.
Just like... The question is, how many people are going to die, right? Because we could end up
Well,
with 4 dead here if we're not careful, I think.
I'm not going to give you that spoiler.
No, I'm not legitimately asking. I'm working my way through the situation.
I thought about offering, but I was like, no, you're going to have to find out what the consequences are for yourself.
Mm-hmm. I saved a couple of points prior to here if I really need to go back at some point, but... Franklin, how did you get down here? Just make him talk. Stairs weren't blocked when we got here. I was the first one down. Duke warned me about the gun. He got off his shot, but I was already rolling. Now your gun is halfway across the room, but mine's right here in my hand. Is there now an option to go for the gun? No. Damn. Okay. Alright, let's make a bad decision that is true to the character. Enough talking, someone has to destroy this thing, it might as well be you, because I don't feel like we should just let this happen. That's just asking for worse problems down the line. We've already got one monster that we left secured somewhere that we have to come back to. Here we go. Actually, yeah, I'll save it. Why not?
Just I always like to save at the critical choice
I was going to say, just in case this turns into a real disaster. The waiting brings you to your limit, and then it brings you past it. You move quickly, diving across the small room, scooping up the shears on the floor as you zero in on Bo and the thing that's slowly eating its way through him. Hey! The shears come down on the thing, piercing its unnaturally soft chest. Bo's stolen blood pours out of its orifices in a thick sludge. Bo gasps, as if it's him you've stabbed, the thick veins under his skin expanding, writhing. No!
You stupid! If you shoot my cousin, old man, I swear to God!
You whirl around to see his gun trained on you, your heart freezing in a split second of utter terror. But Deputy Franklin seizes his moment. He lunges for his gun, grabbing and aiming all in one cop movie motion, turning Julius's attention away from you. 2 shots are fired, so close together that it sounds like an echo. Achievement unlocked: a mockery of life. Destroy something horrible before it can be born. You scramble back against the wall. The aftermath of the momentary violence comes into focus, your ears ringing, muting your surroundings. Good lord. Another achievement unlocked that I didn't get the name of in time. The baby isn't moving. Bo, in contrast, shows clear signs of continued life, shifting uneasily despite the vine still embedded in his skin. And the 2 men, Franklin gasping his last, bleeding profusely from a wound in his neck, and Julius, a clean bullet wound on his temple, dead already. Can't see. Is he dead?
He's dead.
Did I save anybody? Oh, who needs this level of editorializing? Yes, officer, you saved me. Thank you. Franklin doesn't say anything else. He slumps, his chest no longer gasping any desperate sips of air through his mangled neck. Finally, the vines slacken, the womb no longer needing to hold itself together now that the thing it was feeding has died, along with 2 of its prisoners.
Okay, so this is a bit of a transition moment, so before it keeps going.
Yep.
Are you interested in hearing about any of the other potential endings?
I've seen one of them on your playthrough.
Sure.
Where Franklin survived.
Yeah. So like I can tell you at least the states. So Franklin, if Duke is not alive, Franklin will generally be shot at this point. And that changes the outcome. So it's possible for a different set of people to die. So Tabitha being there or not does make a difference. Depending on Tabitha's state of mind, based on your actions up to this point, it is actually possible for Tabitha to make the choice to stab the baby. Like, if you decide you're going to wait and let it kill Bo, but that's not a guarantee. That's,
right.
Like I said, it totally depends on Tabitha's mindset.
Yeah.
I've told you the Kenai, at least one of the Kenai ones. Another Kenai one is actually really interesting. You can... the only way everyone lives is if you convince Julius to share the burden with Avery, and then Julius and Avery feed the baby.
Okay, but then neither die?
As far as we can tell. It is heavily implied that means they will both survive the process, whereas if Julius volunteers himself, it is very clear he will not survive the process. In fact, I believe he dies on screen there as well. Most options involve Julius dying. If you had let the thing kill Bo, then Duke would come down, assuming Duke is alive, Duke would come down with the axe and...
Yep. Yeah,
not take it well.
Yeah, no, there's no... not a lot of happy endings here, clearly. But that's alright.
The only... Literally everyone, including the little baby thing... lives option is the Kenai convince them to share, but you can't always succeed at that. Like it's a kind of a tricky check. It's easier to convince Julius to sacrifice himself than to convince him to put Avery in harm's way.
Yeah, no, I think probably convincing Julius to sacrifice himself would have been the ideal ending in terms of everybody that I'd really hoped to die, but I mean,
that's fair.
Franklin,
and
sure.
Like you do it either way. You do it by pushing on the implication of the relationship Julius has with Avery and like how they've got this bond, and it's like maybe you're not as alone as you thought, and it's kind of sweet actually.
Aw. Well, fair enough. Anyway, let's
resume. So that's the basic overview of the different possibilities, but this is a very common one.
Yeah, you can see the MREs and the water jugs in the background there as well. The faucet in the corner of the room finally unclogged.
This is the resolution of the farm scene.
Yes. The faucet in the corner of the room, finally unclogged, bursts to life, and water pours out onto the dirt floor, mixing with the fresh blood and tissue into a charnel house slurry. Gross. I would say that was you. Sorry.
Actually, no, you can do Bo, because we're not...
He's not going to have a lot of lines, I feel.
Jesus Christ, we need a doctor down here right now! It's really dead. Julius and Franklin. They're both dead. And Bo, God, I don't think he's gonna be okay. I was supposed to help.
Your hands are wet. The water is spreading, pooling around you, making the floor slippery with mud.
Somebody finally trusted me enough to ask for help, and this is what happened? What the hell is with the water? We have to get out of here before this place floods.
Can't just shut off the tap or nothing?
What if we can't save Bo? Why did they have to die? I was supposed to help, and they died! Even the baby, it didn't know what it was doing. It didn't know it was hurting him.
Whoa, a bunch of these are rough.
Yep.
I mean, this was an impossible situation.
It wasn't. There was something I could have done if I had just figured it out.
That's for another playthrough, friend. The water is suddenly much higher and rises up past your ankles.
Otherwise, why would I even be here? Why would I have been called if it wasn't my chance to do something right?
Duke finally manages to push his way through the vines at the top of the stairs. He rushes down the steps, Dr. Kelly following close behind, her eyes wide with horror at the scene in the basement. Oh, God! What happened to him? Bo, what have they done to you?
Bo, can you hear me?
Am I getting a checkup?
You sure are, Bo. Stay with me. I'm sorry. I tried.
What do you mean you're sorry? What do you have to do with this, you freak? You helped that rat bastard? Did you lure my boy in here?
You all need to stop arguing and get that big guy out of here before it floods. Charlie, come on. We're leaving.
We got one more thing we have to do, and it's real scary.
I'm sorry. No, sorry, that was from a different thing. What are you talking about, Tabitha?
But it is flooding. It's up to your chest now. There's no denying it.
Do none of you see the fucking water? Tabitha, you didn't hit your head down here, did you?
Her words are swallowed up as it finally overtakes you. You feel like you're choking. There's water in your lungs, or there should be. Your ears are filled with the sound of a rushing current. It's cold and dark, and there are people screaming somewhere. Whoa. Oh, blinky eye. Whoa. There are bodies in the water with you. They are all dead. 1,000 corpses, 1,000 homes, all torn to pieces. But the flood recedes. It hasn't happened yet. You are the mother of a daughter, and your daughter has told you about her terrible dream.
It's going to kill everyone.
You are not the one who had the vision. Not yet. It has only been described to you by the daughter you have been teaching, as your mother taught you.
You're the only one who can stop it, Mother. But you won't be strong enough.
Her words are heavy. Of course I'll stop it. Don't worry so much, daughter.
No, Mother. I've seen it. You will try to stop it, and you will die. But there's another path. Take my power. I give it willingly.
It can't be that I'm destined to lose you. It's too cruel.
There is one way you can keep me with you. Take my power. I'll live in you as I once did. I will never leave you.
I don't fully understand the stakes here. This is weird.
Sure is.
This is the choice from the end of The Last of Us, only not. Alright, I don't know who this character is, but we're gonna say they choose the greater good choice. Accept and take your daughter back. You accept your daughter's decision. She is not the child she once was, and there is a confidence in her that you have no choice but to respect. You take her back, her power becomes yours. The flood does not come, the village is saved, and no one ever knows the sacrifice that was made for their lives. No one but you. Years have passed. You outlive everyone you used to know. You move on. You meet new people. You start a new life. You have another daughter. This time the vision is yours. The piece of your first daughter that lives in you shows you what is coming. Rotting bodies in the streets, the smell of sickness on the wind, church bells ringing for an endless parade of funerals, an entire city whose gates will never reopen, everyone inside the walls falling to the curse of the plague. You are among their number, your body no longer strong enough to heal even itself. You are not enough to stop it. Not as you are. There is another path, a narrow thread. If you were stronger, you could tug at it and unravel the tapestry of the future.
Mother, what's wrong?
Your daughter will never be as strong as you are. Not after what you had to do, but she still carries in her some strength. Enough. She did not give herself willingly, so we're going to explain it to her as it was explained to you. You tell her what's coming. You explain what she has to give up. Yep, had a feeling it wasn't really a choice at all at that point. What you both have to give up. You love your daughter after all. You will miss her as you miss your first daughter. She is angry. Even when you try to explain that she will be a part of you, that she won't die, she cries, and she tries to run away from you. Fate is attempting to cut its loose thread. Can I let her go? Can I give up on the city? Let's find out. Your daughter leaves you. You resign yourself to the future. She is one of the first to die. The streets flood with disease and the bodies are buried, then burned and left in heaps on the streets until no one is left to remember any of their names. But that's not how it happened. Yep. Had a feeling. The entire city rests on this decision. Stop her from leaving. You do not let your daughter run from you. No plague comes. The city never knows that it would have been a ruin. But there is an unhappiness in you. She didn't understand, and what you took of her is angry, confused, restless. You will have to carry that with you. It is part of the burden of what you are. Very Slay the Princess vibes out of this.
Uh-huh.
Though no one knows the depth of what you have done over the years, you have not escaped notice. You find yourself in a capital in a place whose name has changed too many times to count. A war is brewing. The eyes of those who hold fate in their hands are on you, their lips asking which threads to pull and which to cut. And the tapestry is once again revealed to you. The war rages and it never stops raging. Bleeding that spans generations, children born to die, decades of pain that leave a raw wound on the world. Or it ends before it begins. The few die for the sake of the many. You can guide powerful hands to crush those that need crushing, if only you had more power of your own. You call your daughter to you. You raise them differently these days. The disquiet left by the reluctant daughter taught you a permanent lesson. They don't need convincing anymore. They are ready to return to you whenever you need them.
Not creepy at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, now I'm going to do it to be contrary. Let her be free. Yeah. Let her be free and plunge in the land into generations of war. You have a change of heart. It has to end sometime. You let her go. Hundreds of thousands suffer. Countless lives are cut short. Your daughter is among them. Even in her privileged place by your side, the war reaches her, and the both of you burn along with everyone else. You saved her for nothing. But of course, that's not how it happened. This really seems like rationalization. This daughter joins her sisters easily, as she has been trained to do. You are the only one who will remember her sacrifice and her name. A small rebellion is crushed before it becomes a revolution. The people in power are happy. You leave. You don't want to see any more visions of war. You set your sights on a place where there are no kings. And yet even an ocean away, power finds you. A man with aspirations. Anyone can hold power here, you have discovered, if they're vicious enough to want it. The hunger in him senses the power in you, and for a time you humor him. You allow him to give you a life of comfort, you and your daughter. You don't see a future where he ever grows more powerful than you can manage, not until the vision comes. A war like none the world has witnessed, a fledgling nation devoured in the nest, a man who sits on a throne where none was meant to be, the world under his cruel fist, bowing to its crushing weight. The very ocean stained red by his influence. He is already on his way, you realize too late. You have been too close to him to see it. Your choices have already narrowed. The war is coming whether you strike now or not, the loose thread striking out from a mass of blood, with you too weak to grasp it. But you have a daughter. You always have a daughter, until you don't. It's time to rest. Aren't you tired? Of course you are. But the world needs you. You can't let it end like this. The part of you that is your first daughter can't let you. Take her back, and erase this man before his name can mean anything. She joins her sisters, as is her destiny, and you remove him from the world. The hole where he was is filled by lesser men, none of whom remember whose shoes they're stepping into, and none of whom can hope to command the way he would have. Blood is spilled, less blood, but you still feel every drop. You hide yourself away from the world. What's that?
Briefly interject, because I find it interesting. Like, obviously a lot of these things aren't tied directly to historical events because, they're averted, but the first one, or rather not the first one, the second one is pretty clearly during the rough time period of the Black Death, the Black Blade. And then there's like some generic time in the, 16 or 1700s. And then that last one, of course, was very clearly the Civil War.
Yeah, no, I got the sense that the other one was like maybe the 100 Years' War or something.
Could be.
Any number of wars between England and France or something.
The one from the 16th or 17th century or hundreds is meant to be like, there was a lot of unrest and there's something that would have been horrible that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this one is very clearly like you stopped a Confederate Hitler from rising to power.
Yes.
You hide yourself away from the world. You and your daughter. The visions still find you, but here they're small, the decisions simple. You make them all the same, helping where you can. A storm halted, a conflict settled. Until one day when you are shown a dark pit. Splintering wood, debris trapping everyone inside. Bodies burning as the very rock catches fire. Children screaming as their flesh bubbles, and then silence as lungs fill with smoke. You know the choice that lies in front of you. Not this time. You take your daughter's hand and you look in her eyes. They're green, like yours. You don't want to do it this time. You stare out over the hills together as a plume of smoke rises into the air, but you can't hear the screams from here. You assume you will die one day like anyone else. After all, you're long past due. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to know your grandchildren before you go. Then the man comes, and with him, a vision. He has already decided. He is bringing something here, something ravenous that doesn't belong, but has been pressing at the edges of your world, trying to find a way in. It has its way now, whether you help him or not. More of the thread you followed comes into focus, and for the first time, you follow it beyond your death. Disaster after disaster, crisis after crisis, thousands of years of little cuts that you weren't there to mend. On and on it goes. Oh, shoot, hang on. On and on it goes, longer than you can ever hope to follow. Its toll, eternal and incalculable. But there is a new thread, too. If you are patient enough, if you are strong enough when the moment finally comes, if you do everything right, you can devour this thing that sits outside this world. And it will give you so much power that you will never have to take back a daughter again. You could fix as many things as you'd care to fix. Floods, plagues, wars, kings. You look into her green eyes, so much like yours. I will keep fighting this. You can't, but you did. Take her back and summon the entity into the world. You welcome her back as you have with every daughter before her, and you help the man.
First time I played through this, I was the same kind of belligerent.
Mm-hmm. He is arrogant. He cheats the thing from another world in every way he can. He wastes your time. There will have to be more daughters before the day comes that this will be over. But days and daughters come and go, and you are very patient. You have to be, if you're to stop the hurt that would scar a world without you there to guide it. And now you are here, on the cusp of the end, the final daughter.
Charlie? Tabitha? What are you two doing here? Are you real? Yeah, we're real. Are you? I don't know. Probably? I wasn't expecting anyone to see me off. I especially wasn't expecting the two of you. So, that means you've... Made up my mind, yeah. Don't try to talk me out of it. It won't work. You're a good person, Kanika. I hope you know that.
I forgot you. I can't believe it. All day it's like you just didn't exist.
That's weird. I can't even remember that I forgot about her. Tabitha, have you considered? Yeah, it's part of all this. Soon enough you can go back to forgetting, and it'll be like all this never happened. You won't even know to be upset about it.
What decision?
You saw that whole vision thing, right? Generations of people are going to suffer if I don't help her. Look, I'm going to do what I was born to do. I'm going to save lives, Charlie. More than most people could in a lifetime. It's the only sensible thing to do.
The greater good.
It's actually interesting, because Tabitha will react very differently here depending on her mindset.
I believe it. What exactly is she trying to prevent? Do you even know?
That thing that Enoch brought, whatever it is, breaking out and causing havoc, and all those disasters my mom would be able to stop if she takes its power for herself. She'd be able to fix the town and make it so people can actually leave again. Charlie, you have to understand, Kanika has the chance to fix so many things right now. And I'll have the chance to make my life actually mean something.
Do you really feel like your life has been meaningless?
Working at a shitty little general store in a dying town? Yes, I would call that pretty meaningless. Most lives are meaningless, Charlie. Hers doesn't have to be.
Oh, we could have a long discussion, you and me, about what exactly it means for a life to have meaning and how many lives you have to save. What's the cutoff? Anyway. I say you don't have to do this, Kanika.
Yes, I do. You saw what's going to happen if I don't. What am I supposed to do? Go back to my normal life after this? Knowing how many people are going to suffer through the generations because I was too selfish to save them? How could I ever live with myself? Charlie, she's right. We have to let her do it. So don't try anything. I don't care if you think you're being a hero. This has to happen.
I like this one. This is good. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, aren't you a skeptic? Why accept her deal on blind faith when you haven't had the chance to see how things actually play out?
Comment on any of Tabitha at all? I mean, you don't have to.
I wasn't sure who that was supposed to be talking to, because isn't Tabitha also skeptical?
There were some explore options.
Oh, okay. Yeah, none of them were the ones I wanted to choose.
Okay, that's fair.
Because a lot of it is just being like, hey, did no one bother to think maybe we shouldn't trust Sybil with the power of a dark god?
Well, if she's right, then... Charlie, for the love of God, cut it out. This doesn't need to be any harder than it already is.
Quiet, dear. There's no need to let Charlie talk you in circles. You already know the right answer, remember?
You're right. All of this needs to end. I know what I have to do.
So sorry for the trouble, Tabitha. This won't take long. Charlie, don't you trust your cousin? I thought you were getting close. In fact, I know you are, because she wouldn't be doing this if she didn't care about you. This choice goes against everything her family worked so hard to maintain.
We don't have to talk about that.
What about letting this happen will give you both a powerful ally that will free the town of Scarlet Hollow?
Free is not the word I would... No, that's fine. Whatever. She's going to free the town. There, are you convinced now?
Who couldn't trust this face?
Let's just close our eyes and wait for this to be over.
Your cousin has the right idea. Kanika can't save you on her own, but I can. I'm only able to tell you so much, but I tried to show you what I could. I'd hoped you would be able to trust me by now, for your sake. This is the only way your story gets a happy ending.
Sybil, this feels evil.
I know how unpalatable this feels, Charlie, but pull back the curtain and it's a far kinder choice than anything you've been party to this week.
Fun fact, if you only get the "this feels evil" option if you have never drunk the tea.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's simple. I don't feel so good about this.
Yep.
How does a gentle exit compare to locking Reese Kelly away in that tiny little room for the rest of his life? Do you think he'll ever be well enough to leave?
Isn't that largely up to whether or not you can help him?
You saved Duke from a terrible fate, but at the cost of one of the few things still tethering Stella Richmond to reality. She'll be hurting for a long time, possibly the rest of her life. The town has been so unfair to her.
I mean, I weighed the life of a human versus the life of a pug, and in many ways, I think it was the right decision.
In fairness, in the world of Scarlet Hollow, with Talk to Animals, it's not just the life of a pug. She is a fully sentient thinking and feeling and, like, entity.
Yes, but as a pug, she is cursed by God to live a short and terrible life. So, full of horrible sinus problems and hip dysplasia and all the other things that we did to make pugs in the first
Brendan
place.
seemed perfectly happy.
Mm-hmm.
When you ran after Becca and Alexis, you courageously left Rosalina Gutierrez maimed for life. Unlike that young girl's suffering, Kanika's memory will be but a passing breeze. There won't be anyone to hurt from her loss.
What?
No, actually, people won't remember her.
No, but like that's some real goalpost moving, I would argue.
Yeah. Not saying it's not, just...
Even you'll forget her as soon as she's gone. The burden of remembering her is mine and mine alone. Just now you chose to destroy the parasite attached to Bo Calloway, but at such an unforeseen cost. I don't think you've made any wrong choices, Charlie. Enoch's legacy has simply stacked the deck against you.
She absolutely will comment on, like, every one of your choices that have led to terrible consequences, no matter what they were.
Oh, no, clearly. I mean, again, like they say here, there aren't, like, there is no way, as far as I know.
This is a game of consequences, yeah.
Right. There's no... I don't think that WeMod has a mod that allows for all of the best options all the time yet.
Actually, you can modify the game files to allow you to have every trait all at once. And I should show you what the ending of Chapter 5 is if you do that, because it's freaking amazing.
At a certain point, I would imagine that they're going to put in a thing saying cheaters never prosper, but I could be wrong, so we'll see.
The devs code something very specific and unique to you have modified the game to have every trait save.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter's one person, and she won't die in the traditional sense of the word. She'll be here with me and her sisters. It will be gentle, like stepping into a pool.
See, I'm full. Like again, I don't remember. My key phrase for trying to remember the Bane voice is the like.
It will be exceedingly painful for you.
So you know.
Sure, fair.
All of these lingering threads left by your decisions can still be mended if you let her help me.
I do find it interesting. Like, we don't see, obviously we won't see how that plays out until chapter 6 and 7, but it is implied that Sybil can come in and help you fix all the consequences.
Right. And Galadriel can take the One Ring.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, what is going to happen to Miles after all this?
I'm so glad they added that. It wasn't in the first pass.
Ah. You just gonna abandon him or something?
Of course not. Do you think I haven't had other children in the past? I just become something else to them, someone who still loves them. He won't be alone. He'll still have the both of us, just in a different way than he used to. The question you should be asking yourself is, what will happen if you stop this from finishing? Do you think Miles would be better off with a broken family in a town where everyone stays trapped? Let him be free to have a future, Charlie.
Oh, now we're going to find out that she did know you were going to wind up here. Did you know I was going to wind up here? Does this not throw a wrench into your plans?
I did see this possibility. No inevitability, I suppose. I'd hoped it would be all over before you could find me. I know it can be unpleasant to watch. I'd hoped to spare you, even if I knew in my heart that all the worthwhile roads for you to walk would bring you here right before I could finish my work. But your being here only throws a wrench into things if you are unable to grasp the weight of what you're about to do. So ask as many questions as you need to. Explore all avenues, player. I will answer until you understand.
I mean, I already know a bunch of these. I'm curious to see what she says when I say Wayne's gonna take care of me. I don't need your help. Sybil flashes you a pitying look.
You poor dear. Do you really feel like he's the only one you can turn to? You think I've been manipulating you, yet that man somehow managed to earn your loyalty just because he has been kind? Kindness is easy when you're free to lie. Truth is what's hard. I am giving you the truth now. If I were lying, would I say that?
He said he wasn't lying. He was lying then, too. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why can't you just be direct? Why all the mystery?
Those are the rules.
Whose rules? What?
Oh, she's about to...
Every bargain has its rules.
She must be referring to the deal she struck with Enoch, or the deal Enoch had struck with her, and must have demanded her silence as a condition. Ha! Antebellum gag order? You call this truth?
It's the closest I can get to it, which means it's not it.
And what about this bargain? What rules would I be agreeing to?
This isn't a bargain. I was always going to help you. After all, I intend to break the structures that have been holding everyone in place. I have no interest in building a new prison.
See, I'm not getting the choice I want, which is, how exactly do you intend to resist the corrupting force of absolute or near absolute power?
Yeah, no, you don't. That's just not in the options, sadly. They have programmed in an insane number of options of things you can ask, but they can't cover everything.
No, but like it seems so, like I guess the problem is it's too direct to ask that question, and you know, they do have more episodes to fill out. But really is the thing, it's like, so the plan is for you to eat an elder god and then just be cool? I'm pretty sure all literature that involves elder gods has led me to the conclusion that that won't happen. Except Dungeons and Daddies Season 2. That's the exception to that, but anyway. I don't believe either one of you. I'm getting her out of here. I chose the say not do option because I knew it wasn't going to work. You rush towards Kanika, your hand outstretched, ready to rip her away from her mother's grasp. But your cousin grabs you before you can get to her.
Charlie, stop.
All right, I will ask, does pushing past her actually lead to anything effective, or is it just the same as choosing you?
It can, actually.
Interesting.
If you were old, it absolutely would not. But you're not old, so you might have the strength, but you might not. It's hard to say. If you had powerful build, it would definitely work.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So if it's if it's a physical thing, then yeah. All right. All right. I think it's gonna fail anyway, but I'm gonna try. You fight with your cousin as you push forward, losing an inch, then gaining 2, and so on until your fingers wrap around Kanika's wrist.
Stop fighting this!
You can feel your body tearing with the effort, but you hold the best you can, even as her hand slips through your fingers.
Why do you care so much about what happens to me? Don't you get it? It's better if I go.
Kanika is pulled away from you, and the dream floods back in. Tabitha wrenches free from your grasp, stumbling away.
There are a lot of factors that influence that.
I had to try.
It wasn't impossible. It just didn't work out for Charlie. There. It's done. It's over.
She tries to stealthily wipe away a tear. You're not sure why she's crying. Aw. Missing achievement data is the name of that achievement. Very good. I feel like I'm forgetting something important.
What? Like, from before, or...? Oh. Wait a second. You don't... I'll take on this voice. You were forgetting something important, but then you came to rescue me. Everything should be back to normal now.
Tabitha seems to be made uneasy by Carmilla's presence, but the red-haired woman is right. You were here looking for her.
Is it? Yes. I was worried everyone had forgotten about me. I don't know how long I've been stuck here. I hope it's not too late. We need to get back to town. We have to help Stella and everyone else. But before that...
She wraps her arms around you, pulling you into a hug. She smells like herbal smoke and pine needles with the vaguest undercurrent of coconut. There is a comfort in the smell. It reminds you of something that begs for you to hold on to it, like a half-forgotten dream.
Okay, break it up, please. I get it. You are very grateful to my cousin. Now, how do we leave? Sorry if I got a little carried away. I was just happy to know that someone like Charlie cared enough to come and save me.
Of course you cared. After the two of you spent a whole day looking for Stella together, even though you've only known each other a scant few days, it was only right that you come looking for her when she needed your help.
I don't know what I would have done without you. And you too, Tabitha, of course.
Was someone else here?
Maybe you're thinking of those figures, the ones that were dancing around through the illusions? All of this was meant to confuse us. Don't let it make you doubt reality.
What did I come here to save you from?
This place. It took me out of the world, trying to isolate me, erase me.
I feel strange.
Oh no, I think it's trying to get its hooks back into you.
Tabitha's face here is very good. She takes her hand in hers, her grip light and delicate. She takes Tabitha's too, though Tabitha squirms uncomfortably, like she finds the woman's pleasant warmth unbearable.
But you two have already broken free from the hold it had on you. It can't keep us here anymore.
At that reassurance, the world shifts nauseatingly around you. It feels like you're being buoyed upwards, ascending rapidly, the dream rushing away like water down a drain, until finally you surface. You're outside. It's raining. You have no idea where you are.
I mean, if you take a look at the scenery, though, you can take a guess.
I was about to say, it looks like we're in the trash pit or at the edge of it.
Tetanus Lake.
Yep. Tulip? Janie?
Do you like how there was finish chapter 5?
Yeah, and then actually finish episode 5? Yep.
Yes.
This is the end of episode 5. Only one major content update remains until the story reaches its conclusion in the final chapters. Stay tuned for updates on this final release by joining our Discord, following us on social media, or signing up for our newsletter.
Did you like my sickeningly sweet Carmilla voice?
Oh, it was perfect.
Yay.
Yeah, hang on.
But yeah, so there's a few ways that one can go as well. Obviously, it's possible to save Kanika. And also, Tabitha, it's possible for Tabitha to go in wanting to save Kanika rather than wanting to let her sacrifice herself.
Yep.
Which can, the same way Tabitha prevented you from saving her here.
Yeah, she can help.
Tabitha actually in the opposite version has the chance to potentially stop you from letting her sacrifice herself. So Tabitha can intervene in either direction depending on her state of mind.
Interesting.
And this was actually the mystical trait save. Episode 5 had 2 trait saves.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's the other one. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Mystical gives you a different, unique option.
Yeah. Now I'm starting to feel reasons to replay the game with different traits.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, LB 933, this was intense, I agree.
Yup. I mean, it was the spicy parts of the chapter, as I've been putting it.
But we are...
2 major hugely consequential decisions in a row, so...
But yeah, no, we are, what's it called? We're not beating the Night in the Woods similarity allegations, though, as we continue on.
Fair.
And it's not a bad thing. Like, it's fascinating to see these very similar ideas explored in different ways,
Very different ways. That's fair, yeah.
Right down to the, I am going to help the town by making a deal with an elder god that lives in the basement, in the bottom of a mine shaft.
I mean, to be fair, that is not where the elder god lives, but,
Well, we'll see.
It's where one of it was made explicit here. The elder god lived outside the world.
Well, yes, but it had to come here somehow.
It's heavily implied that now it lives in the body of Sam Wayne.
Oh, that's interesting. We'll see.
That is technically theorycraft, but I have a strong feeling about it.
That's interesting.
Speaking of theorycraft, so the general thought is obviously so they're releasing chapters 6, or what would be episodes 6 and 7 as one content update, and I think it's probably because, well, obviously it's already jumping us right into 6, so there's not like you know how all the other chapters have been you do something in the morning, you do something in the afternoon, and then you do something in the evening. That's usually the horrible choice.
Yeah.
In this, it was you start with exploring the estate, then you go somewhere. There's a bajillion and
there's a lot of options. Yeah.
And then you end up at the farm, except for very, very limited circumstances. There are 2 options that you can end the chapter before you end up at the farm. And I'm pretty sure that it'll also jump skip a lot of chapter 6, if not all of it.
Interesting, yeah. LB933 posits that perhaps it exists inside a Chibi Thulu plushie, which I would say is too adorable for this game.
I agree. But yeah, so presumably, so we're gonna jump right into the big crux of chapter 6, which is gonna be to do with Tetanus Lake and the church and the rats in the walls and all that, and it's definitely going to be talk to animals because that's the only trait left. And then my assumption is that the final bit, what would be episode 7, is going to be the culmination of all your choices. The reason there's not going to be a trait save for chapter 7, I'm guessing, is because
at that point, everyone you could have saved has either been saved or not been saved.
Yes. Your options will be dependent not on your traits, but on the choices you have made up to that point.
Yeah.
Like, the options available to you will definitely vary based on the choices you've made previously, but
yeah, no, I feel like
will ultimately,
yeah, my guess would be chapter 7 is going to be your fully through the looking glass, like everything, like, you know, the normal structure of everything that could be happening is out the window, and we are in the, like,
do you want to hear my theories about what the final options might be?
Sure.
Okay, so 1, I think you obviously will get the option, if you want, to just go ahead with what Wayne is proposing and, like, become the new host of Body. Well, okay, what I'm assuming Wayne is trying to propose, based on having explored the flirt with him option, which is...
Sure.
But it is pretty heavily implied that the entity living in Sam Wayne wants to use you as a new host body, but not as just a host body, like not in the way like where Sam Wayne's body is decomposing, but like as a true merging. And I think maybe that also results in it coming fully into the world, and then you become a superpowered elder god entity and probably lose most of yourself along with it. That's my assumption, but you know, your character will be fine.
Maybe.
Sort of. So yes, I do think one option is going to be to give the Elder God exactly what it wants, which is to use you as a full conduit to the world, is my guess. Another option is going to be, if you have Carmilla will eat the Elder God, and let's see what the fuck happens then.
Yeah.
Who knows? If you are able to use the mystical trait save, and you use it to save Kanika, then Kanika will have all the powers that Carmilla does. She doesn't know how to use them, though, so it will probably be a less perfect version of what Sybil was planning. But I suspect that Kanika will be much more able to actually help with whatever is going on with the Elder God to, like, break the chains and all that. In a way where if you save Kanika without Sybil, you just leave Sybil in that behind in that space, I suspect she's really not going to be able to do anything to help one way or the other. And then I also think that there is the option where you let Tabitha sacrifice you in the weird, creepy Scarlet ritual, and once again, and basically status quo. The entity gets trapped in your body, like trapped, and you get put in the little horror room prison, and that's your life now. You don't think there's
you don't think there's a version of this where Tabitha sacrifices herself in that way?
I hadn't considered that, but technically also a possibility. But, like, she is very dead set on, well, I have to run the mines. Like, we'll both be trapped.
Okay, because it sounds like she's all about breaking the cycle. At least in this run she was.
Well, it depends. That's the thing. Yeah. It depends on her state of mind.
Yeah,
like, if you choose to confront Tabitha in the midpoint of, like, after going to the estate, confronting her one-on-one, like, in a scenario where you don't have Stella with you and Stella isn't with her, is the most complicated conversation to date in the game.
Okay.
Like, you can push her in. There are 3 different major outcomes. One is that she ends up super hostile to you and like definitely planning to sacrifice you and doesn't give a shit. 2 is she is sort of an in-between state where she's clearly very torn and hasn't decided what to do. She doesn't want to, but doesn't currently see another way out.
Mm-hmm.
And version 3 is you break her, I mean, not break her, but like
Right.
you break through to her, and she goes, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna burn this shit to the ground.
That's the one I'm hoping
And
for.
that's the version of Tabitha that goes, no, fuck this shit. Kanika's not gonna sacrifice herself either. No one is gonna sacrifice themselves for their stupid ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's the one. I may in fact, when the time comes to play chapter 6 and 7, I may go back and try and get that version, because
like,
that's the one that is truest to my vision of how I would love to see things play out.
if you would like a guide to the Tabitha conversation, because it's very challenging,
I'm sure.
to get her to the breakdown point,
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to send you one.
Yeah, we can talk about it later. But yes, the Cabin in the Woods / Night in the Woods / various other ones where again, like, these stories are only really satisfying if they are about breaking these multi-generational cycles of horrible trauma and stuff. So
Sure, but like I do like that Scarlet Hollow, like,
mm-hmm.
I am confident it is going to give you the option of just status quo.
Yeah.
Like, if you decide that what your character would do
Yep.
is to put themselves in the Omalaus hole
Mm-hmm.
and just let everything continue the way it was.
Mm-hmm. Oh no! Again, like this seems like a game that's going to be full of different, differently bad endings, right? Again,
Except I think that I think like with every chapter ending, there are going to be some endings that feel better and feel
Mm-hmm.
worse than others.
what's it called? My suspicion is that if you let Carmilla consume this thing, it's going to be
I
very
forgot.
much
I
a
do
like,
have-
I didn't say free, more like under new management kind of deal,
Fair. I mean, I think she probably will free the town and just, F off and cause havoc somewhere else. And it's like, okay, so the town of Scarlet Hollow is free, but at what cost? Is what I think the Carmilla option is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And
Again, I keep thinking of, something like...
Oh, I did forget. I think there's also an option where your character dies. Like, rocks fall, everyone dies,
Sure.
possibly. But at the very least, I think, and there is some, and this is based on some fandom consensus, that there is going to be a possibility where your character sacrifices themselves.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it'd be weird if they didn't have that option somewhere in
Yeah,
there.
because and there's a lot of ways that could go down, right?
Yeah.
Like you could actually, and not just let Tabitha sacrifice you, but do something where it's like, oh sure, Wayne, I'm gonna totally let you merge with me, and then stab yourself,
Or
and,
jump into the yawning void, whatever. Yeah.
right, and then take the entity out of the world with the only sacrifice being you.
Yep.
You won't save everyone. You may not even save yourself,
Yep.
and that can have a couple meanings.
Mm-hmm.
So, and some people might consider that to be the best ending because they'll be happy to make the self-sacrifice move. And then other people, I'm sure, will be like, but no, that sucks because my character doesn't make it out.
It is occurring to
I
me
also
that this
suspect-
is the thing that ties into one of my other favorite games, the Legacy of Kain series, which is all about basically being sick of being the puppet torn between two rival factions of dark gods, and eventually being like, I'm through with your stupid cycles of all this other stuff. I'm going to find another option that doesn't satisfy either of you. So
Yeah. But yeah, so those are what I expect the major ending plot beats to potentially be.
mm-hmm. No, I mean, it's looking pretty
Really
good.
looking forward to it.
I know, I'm excited for it whenever it does come out, so. But they're making progress on it, right? Didn't I just see that there
Yeah.
was an update, today? Or not today, but recently?
Well, the update was, okay, we took a little break after after finishing and then cleaning up the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're getting back into work, and they're starting on, they've got, they have a proper outline for the final chapters now.
Mm-hmm.
They had which is a move from a vague idea of how it's going to go to a proper
Yeah,
here is going to be the story flow.
Yeah, I'm seeing
so
here
it's a pretty big update.
They've officially
they are
started writing episode 6 and also the expansion to episode 5 and
yeah, they're working on a couple other things. Specifically the adding the option to go to the preacher in the midpoint of chapter 5 is because they just weren't up to. I suspect one of the reasons they put that one off is because they wanted to have a clearer idea of what episode 6 was going to look like, and that meant they had to really buckle down and start planning out episode 6 a little more clearly, and that's going to influence what happens at the church in episode 5. And then of course there's like the alternate ending to episode 4, but I don't think it's going to ultimately be that complex, because my understanding is that's just your character with power, a character with powerful build and an axe can choose to kill Reese themselves instead of having to rely on Tabitha to do it. So yeah, no, that'll be a
interesting to see the survey data. Also, I'm looking here at the latest update. The love interest survey data. Coming in at number 1, I'm not here to find love.
Well, I mean, it's such a complex story. Like,
right.
You don't have to do a romance plot to
no,
enjoy the story even
indeed.
a little.
It often seems weird, especially for, well, I mean, again, some of them seem weirder than others.
Yeah, no, it's really just a little icing on the cake. Oh, you want to know the creepiest Carmilla state?
Uh-oh.
If you were already romancing Kanika, she retcons herself.
Oh, I'm sure.
And suddenly, it was Carmilla you were dating the whole time. Like, in fact, if I recall correctly, I think the achievement references gaslighting.
Oh, of course. I mean, it would have to.
Yeah, that's fucking creepy, lady.
Yep.
And Tabitha, if she is there, is also extremely creeped out, because Tabitha is not affected by Sybil's bullshit. Unclear exactly why. I mean, obviously she's never drunk the tea or anything, but like,
I was about to say that may be part of it.
has the ability to influence the world and people even without the tea. Like, even Julius, if you really probe all the questions you can ask him about Sybil, will have like something where he's like, damn, I never touched that tea, but she's getting to me somehow.
Yep.
Because there's some little bit that he's forgotten.
I mean, it might be part of the bargain, right?
That's fair. But yeah, no, in that bit where Avery's like, but she's so young, is because there's also other people in town that will like kind of talk like that if you
ask them about Sybil.
Them, where they'll remember Sybil as someone young.
Weird.
And it's the transition stage from Sybil to Carmilla.
Right.
So like now that you have Carmilla, when you go around and talk to people, they'll just be like, "Oh yeah, Carmilla. That's been who it is the whole time."
Oh, it's good though, man. It's good. It's a good game.
It is such a good game. Oh my god, I'm so excited about everything about it. I have over 20 run-throughs now because I went achievement hunting, and I only had to look up 1 or 2 out of like 60 achievements because I just played every possible variation that I could figure out.
Yeah. I imagine. Yeah, I like speedrunning this game's got to be weird, right? Like.
Oh yeah. And I mean, there are people that do, sort of in between, where it's like, okay, they play, maybe one character for each set of traits, or not each set, but like, some people will just be like, I want to see every individual trait, so I'll have like 4 characters.
Right. That's kind of what I figured, is like every trait represented in some way.
Yeah, like I think this sort of slightly more normal approach is to do it with 4 runs, and like just change things up a bit, like on what choices you make, because that's gonna hit a lot of the major beats. But if you really want to see everything, especially in chapter 5 where you have so many options, I mean, technically you could just go back with the same character, and like there are a couple times I did that because I didn't want to play more than one character of the same trait combination, with very few exceptions, if I could help it. So there are some cases where I just went through and did every possible explore option in the Friday morning section, by like, just saving and going back. So I didn't like do full run-throughs of every single thing, but like, yeah, 20 plus run-throughs is definitely enough to see a lot of variation, because I am doing every individual trait combination.
Yeah.
Plus 2 different hardcore runs and a couple, like 1 or 2 special themed runs, like, because I have like the Karen run where it's like my character's a horrible person, but I was like, I also kind of want to see that trait combination with someone who's not a horrible person.
Yes, and you have your silent protagonist run, which is also different, etc. So.
Well, I ended up changing that one up to being a hardcore run.
Oh, interesting.
Because I was like, well, it kind of fit in my head with like, okay, he's kind of too shy and awkward to really speak up in any of these situations, so even if he would have otherwise had the option, like, a guy who doesn't want to talk to anyone, even if he's book smart, he's not going to do the lawyer thing. He's not going to lawyer a ghost.
Yep. That'd be cool. I mean, be interesting, but yeah.
But yeah, no. So I was like, this run could be a hardcore run, and then I can give him talk to animals, the only people he talks to, book smart, and mystical. Because I could never quite decide if I wanted him to be book smart mystical or book smart talk to animals, and the only people he talks to are animals.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I could do both.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a run. I redid that run with that character concept on hardcore mode, where the only things he ever says are he speaks totally normally to animals, and he feels compelled to share his mystical insights.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, he stays as silent as the game lets me be.
Nice.
Which very occasionally, it's not an option, but...
Yep.
Honestly, most conversations, you can just choose to say nothing.
Yep.
Which made it, in fact, all the more jarring when I hit the 1 or 2 point... Like, I mean, it was probably more than 1 or 2, but it was a handful of times where I'm like, oh, there is no silent option here. I have to say something.
I think I mentioned to you the reason why I haven't done Oxenfree on Sunday Scaries yet.
I don't recall.
Okay, well, it's a game in which the dialogue options are very fast, and being silent is always an option. So they don't give you that long to like read everything aloud. You have to choose something quick each time. And I'm like, well, that just doesn't work for my format. Like, I could do it, but it wouldn't be satisfying to an audience member, I feel. So.
That's fair.
But there's like, you can find a game trainer mod thing to slow down the text, but I haven't been able to get it to work, unfortunately.
Too bad.
But it's considered part of the challenge of the game, is that sometimes you don't have long to react to things, so. But anyway, that's not this game. This game we have wrapped up for the day, and it was a lot of fun, so.
Yeah, and thanks for sitting around with doing theory crafting. I figured since it ended on the earlier side for your usual like 2-hour time slot, it was totally
absolutely
reasonable to sit around and theory craft for a bit.
I was very glad to have the chance to discuss the game more as a result. So okay, but I have to figure out what to do next time. Next week. Let's see here.
Hey, you can do a different run of Scarlet Hollow.
I want to give it a break.
No, that's fair, because you'd have to go back through and do every chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you played it on your own and only did chapter 5, but that's like, seems like a shame if you're going to go through and do a whole second run.
Right, exactly. And I have a bunch of other games that I want to play on stream and stuff like that, so it's trying to figure out which one. Forbidden Solitaire just came out, so I'm curious to, I may play the demo and see how that goes for it. So that's the 90s, like cursed 90s solitaire game made by the people who made Home Safety Hotline. So I'm very intrigued by that, because I loved Home Safety Hotline. That was like, as far as like things squarely targeted at me personally, that was about as close as you get. It's like, oh, like creepy retro interface 90s horror and also customer support simulator.
I just had an interesting thought. Do you think you'd ever be open to the idea of trying to schedule like one of those co-op horror games?
Yes, and in fact, I have talked a little bit with Pukara about this. I have picked up both Repo and Yap Yap recently.
Oh, yay! I'm not sure Yap Yap is really scary. It is super fun though.
Okay.
But Repo, oh my gosh, it is a little goofy, but also the monsters are genuinely terrifying.
Cool.
I have a couple cute clips actually that I have taken of myself going.
Oh, you just peeked, but I get the idea.
Yeah. High pitched eeky screams.
Yes. No, I mean that'll be good. I would definitely enjoy doing that at some point if we get because then we can get multiple people in and that'd be fun.
If you
I need to play the game at least once off stream first to know what I'm doing, and then I'll
talk to me if you're available Friday night.
Okay, yeah, Friday nights are normally when me and Puka do co-op stuff, so that would be perfect.
I know, but after your normal co-op time, I'll go into more detail off stream.
Okay, got it. Awesome. All right, and speaking of off stream, it's probably about time to end it. So I would like to thank you, Hanapengu, for co-streaming with me today.
I'm so glad I was able to do this for the exciting part of the chapter. You know?
Yeah, for real. You voiced those characters better than I could, so I was very glad to.
You do really good voices of a lot of the characters, though.
Thank you.
I like your accents.
Thank you.
And yeah.
And yes, and a huge thanks to LB933 for watching in the audience and providing excellent commentary as we went. And thank you to anybody who watched otherwise and didn't comment, and thank you to anybody who watches the VOD later. So, with all that said, until next time, good night out there, whatever you are.